Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to the home of all things FIFA Career Mode. In this video we'll be running through the highlights from the Career Mode squad update from the 28th of October, but just a reminder, to access any of the new players or new ratings in this video, you will need to start a brand new FIFA 22 Career Mode with the downloaded latest squads. There were a couple of players added with decent potential in this update, and there was all from Ligue 1 in France. Kicking off with Kane Bonavie from Lyon. He's a goalkeeper, 19 years of age, 61 overall, potential of 78. Next up we have Maganez Akliouch from Monaco. He's a central attacking midfielder, 19 years of age, 63 overall, potential of 79. And the final new high potential player also from Monaco is Felix Marchal. He's a central midfielder, 17 years of age, 62 overall, potential of 80. So now we move on to players who have had their ratings changed, kicking off with the real face right midfielder from Lille, Isaac Lihaj. He's had a -2 potential downgrade to 80. Next up we have Xavi Serrano from Atletico Madrid, who's also had a -2 potential downgrade to 80. Tino Persin from Inter Milan, who's out on loan in season number 1, a massive -3 potential downgrade to 80. Dario Sarmiento from Girona also had a -3 potential downgrade to 80. However, the biggest upgrades this week belong to James McAtee from Manchester City. He's had a +1 overall to 62 and a +4 potential up to 81. Chelsea's real face centre-back Trevor Chalobah has had a +1 overall to 74 and a +1 potential up to 81. Young Boys striker Felix Mambibi, he's had a +1 overall to 66 and a +1 potential up to 81. Olympiacos goalkeeper Konstantinos Salakis, he's had a -2 potential downgrade to 81. Antwerp winger Michael Balikwisha, he's had a -2 potential downgrade to 81. It was one of my favourite hidden gem centre-backs in FIFA 21. Ziga Lachi from AEK Athens, -2 potential downgrade to 81. On loan, Newcastle United striker Santiago Munoz is at a -2 potential downgrade to 81. Next up we have Alex Baena from Villarreal, who's out on loan in season number 1, -2 potential downgrade to 81. Next up we have Lorient right midfielder Armand Loriente, who's had a +1 overall to 74 and a +2 potential up to 82. Man United youngster with a pretty good generic face, Anthony Elanga, he's had a +1 overall to 66 and a +2 potential up to 82. Also from Man United but out on loan at Nottingham Forest in season 1 is James Garner, he's had a -2 potential downgrade to 82. Angers striker Mohamed Ali Cho, he's had a +1 potential upgrade to 83. Up next we have my favourite generic face in FIFA 22, and it belongs to Marko Bulat from Dynamo Zagreb, who's had a -1 potential downgrade to 83. Typically he featured in my bargains video yesterday, and then last night received a potential downgrade. Pierre Duomo from Royal Antwerp, -2 potential downgrade to 83. Next up we have Nico Schlotterbeck from Freiburg. He's had a +2 overall to 75 and a +2 potential up to 84. Standard Liège right back Hugo Sique, he's had a +1 overall to 70 and a +1 potential up to 84. Genoa forward Yaya Kalon, he's had a +1 overall to 67 and a +1 potential up to 84. Valencia goalkeeper Georgi Marbadashvili, he's had a +1 overall to 76 and a +1 potential up to 84. One of my favourite goalkeepers from FIFA 17 onwards, Alban Lafont from FC Nantes, he's had a +1 potential upgrade to 84. New York City FC wide midfielder Thales Magno, he's had a -1 overall to 66 and a -1 potential down to 84. Gustavo Asunciao, who's on loan at Galatasaray in season number 1, he's had a -1 overall to 73 and a -1 potential down to 84. No longer an exciting prospect, RB Leipzig's Caden Clark, who's had a -2 potential downgrade to 84. Also no longer an exciting prospect is my favourite goalkeeper for the last few editions of FIFA, Martin van der Voort from Genk, who's had a -1 overall to 70 and a -3 potential down to 84. Granada goalkeeper Luis Maximiano, he's had a +2 overall to 78 and a +2 potential up to 85. Rennes wide midfielder Kamaluddin Sulemana, he's had a +2 overall to 75 and a +1 potential up to 85. Man City's real-face teenage winger Cole Palmer, he's had a +1 overall to 65 and a +1 potential up to 85. Highly rated free agent Arsan Zakarian, he's had a +1 overall to 71 and a +1 potential up to 85. Another wonder kid who is no longer an exciting prospect in FIFA 22 is Barcelona midfielder Pablo Gavi. He's had a -1 potential downgrade to 85. But we do have a new exciting prospect in Villarreal wide midfielder Yeremy Pino, who's had a +1 overall to 75 and a +2 potential up to 87. One of the best young players without a real face in FIFA 22 is Arsenal's Emile Smith-Rowe, who's had a +1 overall to 77 and a +1 potential up to 87. Real face Inter Milan midfielder Nicolo Barella has had a +1 overall to 86 and a +1 potential up to 90. The penultimate player on today's list is Mason Greenwood from Manchester United, who's had a +1 overall to 79 and a +1 potential up to 90. And finally we have Federico Chiesa from Fiorentina, who's out on loan at Juve in season number 1, -1 potential downgrade to 90. So those were the highlights from the career mode squad update from the 28th of October. But just a reminder, to access any of the new players or new ratings, you will need to start a brand new FIFA 22 career mode with the downloaded latest squads. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to tune in next time. But until then, it's FCG out.